is the most incredible flat-out tale of human survival you'll ever hear. And by flat-out I mean, well, it'll be obvious.
Shake hands with danger, step right up and say hello. Grinding wheels and metal are what made Three-Fingered Joe.
Three-Fingered Joe is not alone. Every day, thousands of construction workers seriously injure themselves in this, one of the most dangerous professions. Just a minor slip of concentration, and a worker can find himself in battle with a heavy, mean machine. But some machines pose a greater threat than others. Meet the Ingersoll Rand 4-ton road roller. It has one job alone, to squash things very, very flat, like kids' dolls and metal bins. Blimey. Surely no one could survive an encounter with its all-crushing roller. Well, maybe they could. Meet Andrew Jepson, a construction worker from Wolverhampton. This is the story of how, against all odds, a mere man was able to take on the full force of a machine and survive unscathed.
I used to set out line levels for the car park there that we were building.
Heathrow Airport, London, January the 20th, 1998. Andrew Jepson was at work as usual.
It was a fairly busy site there when I was there. There was a lot of work going on in different sections. Quite a noisy site with the constant stream of jumbo jets coming in one after another.
With such a noisy environment, Andrew found himself distracted, a recipe for disaster on a busy building site.
I spoke to one of the labourers doing the gullies, and I saw the roller on the side of me, going up and down, and next thing I know, I looked down at my foot and saw that the roller was on my foot.
Andrew's foot was stuck, but the driver had a problem with the control lever.
He said he got his coat stuck on the lever and realised he couldn't actually go the other way, so he ended up going over me.
Yes, that's right. Andrew Jepson had just been completely and utterly rolled over the entire length of his body by a 4-ton roller. Meet our science expert, John Kilcoyne. He has an interesting experiment to demonstrate using a road roller on the flesh and bone of 12 stone of chicken, approximately the same weight as an Andrew Jepson. This is the kind of damage the force of a road roller will do. As you can see with our chicken body, that sort of pressure will pulverize a man.
Well, if we assume the roller started at his feet, as it went up his legs, the fluid parts of his body would behave rather like a tube of toothpaste, with the toothpaste moving in front of the roller, and all his internal organs, his liver and kidneys, would probably burst open and be a right mess of blood and guts all over the place. He would be like the Tom and Jerry cartoons, but unlike Jerry or Tom, he wouldn't be able to get up again. Only this guy did.
Sorry, run that by me again?
After it left me, I immediately got up to my feet and started cursing and swearing at the roller driver. And he jumped off the back of the roller and got me down on the ground, put me in the recovery position.
Andrew was lucky to be in the recovery position, because by rights the only thing being recovered at this point should have been his squashed remains.
I had several broken ribs, of course the punctured lungs, and severe bruising around my groin region, and looked like I had a pair of black pants on, and that was it really.
But how could he have escaped the apparently inevitable? How could he possibly have survived it? Perhaps the ground was soft enough for him to sink into and save himself.
No, it was compacted hardcore. There was no giving it whatsoever.
Andrew had been crushed into a surface of broken concrete, being laid for a new car park. Squashed between a roller and a hard place, Andrew had come out the winner. And after a short stint in hospital, he was back on his 2 feet and back to work.
Yeah, surprised looking back at it now, but at the time it was just something. I felt like I had to fight the roller, as it was going over me.
And do any side effects remain after 4 tons of road roller pass over a human body?
I tend to feel the cold a bit more in my bones in the winter, and just pain in my foot really, where the roller made its first impact. I get a lot of pain in my foot. I can't explain how I managed to survive it. It just doesn't seem humanly possible to actually come out of it alive.
Well, on the bright side, that bloke is saving a fortune in housing costs. He now lives in a very large envelope.